Hello foodie friends, we're back again with yet another viewer suggested cookbook this week. I was really excited about this one. I had never heard of this particular cookbook before, so I didn't know what to expect. But it's called The Working Girl's Own Cookbook. And I absolutely love historical cookbooks that are catered more towards the changing role that women were starting to have in the home versus the workforce. And this particular cookbook is a really interesting bridge between women just now getting into the workforce, but also still being kind of expected to keep up the meals in the home all by themselves. And this particular one was written in 1938. I picked up the 1948 edition, and let me tell you, it was really hard to pick what recipe I was going to do out of this one because I just love the layout of it. But I've kind of had a little bit of a cold for about a week now, and so soup just sounded really good to me. That's what we're gonna make, so we're gonna go ahead and get started so we can do our taste test.
Pause here to write down what you'll need to follow along. To get started, go ahead and chop up your onion, carrots, and potatoes, and have your peas, corn, and tomatoes already pre-measured so they're ready to go when you need them. The author of this cookbook, Hazel Young, was born in Maine, and by 1914 was studying chemistry and nutrition at Colby College and Yale. She would later go on to get her master's degree in food and nutrition from Columbia. She worked for many years for General Foods of Bird's Eye and Jell-O fame, among many other brands. And not only worked to test new convenience food, but also find ways to sell them. Now to a hot pan, go ahead and add your butter and saute your onions until they're soft. She discovered that many of her single co-workers had a problem, and that was what to make for dinner. When they're ready, add your potatoes, peas, carrots, water, and salt, and cook them for about 20 to 25 minutes. She decided to take her simple recipes and make a cookbook, promising that if you followed her instructions to the letter, you could not fail, even if you never even boiled water. So in 1938, her first cookbook, The Working Girl Must Eat, became a bestseller. To make your roux, blend the flour with about a quarter cup of your milk, mix it well, and then add it to your remaining milk, then add that to your pot along with the corn. She would go on to write 2 other books, Better Meals for Less Money and The Working Girl's Own Cookbook that we're highlighting here. She also owned her own restaurant and had a farm in New York that both her and her husband managed. She was the first of many cookbook authors, catering their books towards the changing role of women in American society. Now you're going to allow that to come to a boil, add your tomatoes, heat it through, and you are ready to eat.
Okay, so we got it done. I'm pretty excited about trying this actually because it's a little bit different from a soup that I've ever made before.
Yeah, it's like a creamy.
Oh yeah, it's like a chowder.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and try to get a little bit of everything and try it. Oh wow. You know what?
Really good.
I'm surprised because I didn't think like we don't eat a lot of chowders.
No.
Anyway, and I don't think I've ever made one.
No,
actually.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but this is really good.
It has like almost like a thick stewy vibe to it.
Yeah, like if you had some really good crusty bread.
Oh yeah.
Or some biscuits, like that would be like Mama's biscuits. We needed Mom to come over here and make us a big pan of biscuits or this.
We'll have to call her. No.
Yeah, but
we'll trade her half the soup for a pan of biscuits.
Hey, that's not bad. I mean, we've done it before, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like really surprising. It's kind of on the sweet side. I like that because the corn and the peas, so you got like a little bit of sweet vibe in there. But you also have a nice savory side, and with the milk and it's just like.
I would say it's very well balanced.
Yeah, I would too. I would definitely make this again.
Yeah.
So I'm actually impressed, and I really like it, especially when you're kind of like me and you got. Been kind of hanging on to a cold for a while. Like this is just really like, soup is just the best thing ever for a cold. But as far as the cookbook, okay, I know I've been saying this a lot. Like I think I've said this like almost every week now. I love this cookbook.
Wow.
It is so cute. I just love everything about it. I love the layout. I love the fact it's got 3 chapters only, actually, as far as like cooking is concerned. And it's cooking for 1, cooking for 2, and then cooking for company. So, you get larger and larger menus as the book unfolds. What's so interesting about it is that it's actually set up as a menu pattern. And on each page, you pick one of the recipes to mix and match, however you want to. That's the ones you cook. So you're basically cooking like 3 dishes, for a dinner. Yeah. Now, funny enough, I mean, this was written in 1938. It was supposed to be, for the career-minded woman, especially like if you're still living at home, or alone, I mean, and, unmarried in the first chapter. And then the second chapter is just kind of like you're just married, and there's only just 2 of you in the house. But it still seems like a lot of food.
Oh, really?
The menu, I haven't, and maybe we'll do this. This would actually be really interesting. Maybe we will pick one of the menus and we'll do the menus like start to finish the way they intended this book to be used. But it seems like Americans now tend to cook a lot less food than what our predecessors did. I mean, maybe, what, that would be interesting. In the comments below, however many people watch this, go ahead and tell me, do you still typically cook with like an appetizer and then your main course, a dessert, a bread, maybe some pickles and relish on the side? Do you do a full course dinner? Yeah, because, just for me and you, I mean, we might just have one dish, like,
a soup is kind of enough on its own.
Yeah, I mean, I would be fine with just this. Yeah, like a bread. I would be fine with that as a dinner.
You need like a starch, a vegetable, and a meat.
Yeah, and I think too, like the going fad now is 1 sheet pan dinners, 1 skillet dinners, or doing a food prep, which is what we do.
Yeah.
Since I'm working, you're working, we knock out our food prep on the weekend and we have our meals, for the whole week planned out. So yeah, maybe it's just a different time.
Yeah.
A different time. Yeah, just maybe they were still trying to have a semblance of the traditional ways.
Yeah.
Even though the family home and the dynamic was starting to change in a very non-traditional way. Women going out in the workplace.
Right.
So it's interesting. It's a really fascinating read. I actually enjoyed just going through it and just looking at the recipes and some of the little things that she writes, prior to each chapter and stuff like that. Thought that was really interesting. If you can, I would definitely pick this up. And you would think being written, now I got the 1948 copy, you would think, oh, that might be kind of expensive. I picked it up on Amazon for I think it was like $5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, and you can haunt eBay if you wanted, a first edition. There might be one. I would think maybe it's kind of price...
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't actually find what I was looking for on eBay. And so I went with this one because I wanted more of a historical, year.
Take.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, Amazon, it's really good condition for 1948. So I was really happy with it. And this is just the perfect addition to my cookbook collection. So I'm just so glad I picked it up. And like I said, let's do the menu challenge at some point and just see, is it too much food for 2 people? What's going on? Would it take too much time for a woman just coming home from work?
Right.
You know, would you want to put that much work into a whole menu like that? I don't know. We'll see. It might be worth it. It might taste so good. Like, we want to do it every day. So we're going to go ahead, eat our soup. Thank you for watching this week. And next week, the same viewer that suggested this book also tuned me into the one that we're going to be reviewing next week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a twofer on that comment. So we're going to go ahead, review another cookbook that is also geared towards women going into the workplace, and maybe you're a man or a woman that just seriously hates to cook and can't stand the thought of it. That's the cookbook that would have been geared for you that we'll see next week. So thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for future videos. In the meantime, here are 2 videos you may enjoy. Thanks for watching.